Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? I just wanted to say, what's up to everybody as far as the family is concerned, the usual suspects, as it were. I don't want to really take too long on this. It's already late. I just wanted to kind of present to you guys something that I've been working on. I'm just making this video just to kind of get y'all opinion about it. So, as you guys already know or are aware, that I've been really focused in on how the timelines and things like that comes into play. I've really been trying to do my best to take ownership of that, as it were, to the best of my ability. So what I want to do here is show you guys something that I mentioned in a prior video. So there's no videos or anything this time around, but I did mention this as far as my notes were concerned. And what I'm trying to do is, I guess the best word I can use is canonize the study. Yes, we can always go back. We can always review the video, prior videos that's been made, but with so many different and various points, I thought it might make sense to try to again canonize or novelize the information into one volume. So I'm working on this. So I want to hear your opinion, but be nice. What I call this here so far is the notations of time and history. And I'm what I'm trying to do is take into account all the different lessons to create at least a centralized thought. So when you say something and I say something, there's no confusion or hijack in between in our understanding. One of the things that I tried to do was eliminate a lot of the switching back and forth in terms. So when I in this, I am using AD and BC to denote the years. I don't believe I might have one place in these notes so far that I actually mentioned a century by a century without clarifying. But I want to read this to you. I want you guys to give me your opinion, tell me what you think. Again, I call this the notations of time and history. I don't know how far I'm going to take this, but at least I love to hear what you guys think. So give me a comment. Shoot me a video. I will again. I just would love to hear your opinion. So let's begin. The notations of time and history. The Gregorian calendar introduced in AD 1582, based on the Julian calendar to synchronize with the Easter table. Middle Ages, AD 401 through AD 1499. The Dark Ages, AD 501 through AD 1399. The Julian calendar introduced in BC 45. Classical antiquity would be the time period between BC 799 to BC 499. Late antiquity, AD 101 through AD 799, with high focus on AD 300 through AD 600. Parallels in time. Parallels in time reveals what? I guess that would be my thesis. Let's see here. Late antiquity, AD 300 through 600. AD 600 in particular, if not all of late antiquity, does not actually exist. Doesn't it actually exist? Roman Empire versus the Roman Empire, and comparing the timelines here. You have BC 82 through 3rd century, which is up to AD 299, a total of approximately 400 years, late antiquity. 3rd century, from AD 201 to the 6th century up to AD 599, a total of approximately 400 years. Again, late antiquity. And again, you guys should recognize, I'm hoping, the where a lot of this information is coming from. So this shouldn't be nothing new for anyone. So you, I don't there isn't anything new that we haven't already gone over. All right. Let's see here. Ancient Kingdom of Judah versus the Eastern Roman Empire, BC 600 through 0. A total of at least 600 years, but there is no year 0 for the common era. So until when? And this would be labeled as classic antiquity, approximately 300 through 700. Again, a total of approximately 400 years, late antiquity. Where is the missing 200 years to make this fit within 400 years to be duplicated if lining up the length of reign of the rulers? Interesting to note how 400 years seems to be the universal or Catholic block of times. Yet we have three periodizations being a duplicate of at least 600 years of history of the Hebrew kingdom. If the 1400s is the starting point of duplication going backwards, then the scaling suggests 400 years or approximately 1001 through AD 1499, which at its beginnings would be the 11th century. Consequently, this is also the beginning of more reliable histories of time. Is this not also the time that is given for the quote unquote origin story of Prester John as we understand him in the modern age? One can't help but to wonder. One can't help but wonder who informed, no, enticed the Pope in order for him to decree Dum Diverses in 1452. If Columbus didn't set sail until 1492, which was followed by additional explorers, quote unquote, at the turn of that century. Another crusade against the Ottoman Empire appears lacking, given other novelties attributed at the time. One shouldn't ignore the following papal bulls within the same century. We can conclude thus far that approximately 8700s through 1100s either didn't happen or when everything happened as we understand the Middle Ages. Sorry, let me read that again. Can we conclude thus far that approximately 8700 through 1100s either didn't happen or when everything happened as we understand it in the as we understand the Middle Ages? History seems to be strangely silent or extremely plagiarized. To compare, approximately BC 400 through BC 1, more accurately, approximately BC 350 through AD 50, seems to slide to approximately 181 through 8400 or BC 50 through 8350. For the universal or Catholic block of time. Although this time, quote unquote, moves, there still appears only to be approximately 400 years of quote unquote actual history. During this time, there seems to be a high syncretism in philosophy, religion, history, and peoples. The gods themselves are not exempt. This makes sense, for it was the Greeks just prior to this period which came up with Interpretatio Graeca, and you guys can actually look this up. Okay, I'm just not making up words, and that is later adopted by the Romans. One must be careful not to venture too far back, as if the time prior is free of tampering. These times must be investigated as well. Yet, when speaking of these particular 400 years, one can find a certain level of trust or distrust, which gives a feel of genuosity in the period itself. The same sense can be found approximately AD 1050 through AD 1450 with early schisms, the precursor of the official quote unquote Reformation period. But that is research for another day unto itself. It's fascinating the amount of information one can find in the flaws of this Cretan era of history, which is highly accurate to say, according to etymology, Cretan, Christian, common, and vulgar are all one and the same, dare I say, Catholic or universal. One, of course, can, if offending sensibilities is of low concern in search of actuality. This era is for the dwarven idiot, or the era of the dwarfed and deformed idiot, which is, if you do your homework, is the meaning of Cretan, excuse me. You can't help but wonder if the idiot are those that believe this era to be true, or the false idol for which this era is named after. Was he not made small and deformed as written in his testament, which is the premise of his godliness? So that's what I have so far, and as you guys can see, I'm trying to make sure that I'm touching on a lot of points, that you guys will see, or come across in my videos, and other video authors whom I feel has given us very pertinent information. Just so I would love to hear what you guys think. Um, this is just the beginning. Um, with all the other books that are being written, um, I don't. I think I said in another video, we have to question these people whom we base everything off of. Are they continued hijacks, or if they are trying to correct what we know? And from my heart of hearts, I hope this is a work that I will continue to add to, grow, um, to help correct that in which we know is just not accurate. Um, obviously the every one of these words that I'm writing about so far, you can look them up, so that it's not unsearchable. Um, as far as the information, you can look up a Gregorian calendar, you can look up the Julian calendar, you can look up Easter table, you can look up the Middle Ages dark. There's nothing in here. There's no terms that I'm putting in here that you can't research for yourself, and get the information. Obviously, what I don't have here thus far is, like, footnotes and references. But I guess that would come along with, like, the final editing. I guess I'll do. I don't know how much this will grow. Um, but again, just trying to put it together. It's just to start. It's just a page, and writing about our indigenous truth, in today's time, in today's era. And hopefully I'll be able to build on it. So please, give me your opinion, what you guys think so far. Um, I'd love to hear from each and every one of you. Any suggestions, and tell me what you think. This is, like I said, there's no new information in here that we didn't already cover, but everyone else is giving back, or trying to do something to help our people, with actual works. Um, this is one of them that I'm attempting on a mid to long term level. I don't know when, quote unquote, I will be able to say, well, this work is complete. Um, but with everyone's help, with everyone bringing information to the table, um, I will add to this, and expand on it, and hopefully, we all can, together look back and say, job well done, um, for all of us. I got some other things I'm thinking of, as far as trying to help support our people. But this was something I'm nervous about. I haven't done writing, haven't written, I guess is the better way of saying it, in quite some time. Not this way. So kind of put myself out there a little bit. And again, I am trying to do this all within a common theme of time and history. So thanks very much. I appreciate you taking these few minutes to listen to what I have to say, and be blessed, stay blessed, bless others. You know, hey, hey, that's all that matters, right? Love y'all.